Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king, Espinal. And joining me through Discord, it is the man, the myth, the legend. It is Joshua, Gangsta Time Gold.
Well, it's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
What up, Chris? What's good, everybody listening? It's been a hell of a day.
Oh, yeah. Long day. But also joining us is the disembodied voice of our producer. It is Edgelord Big News Brian.
なんというビッグニュース
Sup, nerds?
Hey. Oh, yeah. We only have 3 manga to talk about on this Manga Monday. So, yeah, it should be a fun, short, a little short one.
Manga Mondays!
Yeah. So let's get into plugs real fast. You could find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
At JD Cole_37. That's on Instagram. And at NY Chillin' with an EN, not an ING. That's on Twitter.
Ooh, yeah. Brian?
You can find me at b.esp on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you ever want to catch me when I'm streaming, you can find me at twitch.tv/itspunchline.
Hell yeah. You could follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. And you can email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about. We are on there, so let us know. Email us there, or you can comment underneath any of the videos that we make for you, whether it's the full version of the podcast or the little highlight breakouts that we make for you guys every week. So speaking of which, subscribe. That would be super nice. Give us a like, give us a subscription, give us a share. We're slowly growing. It'll be a lot of fun. We're very close to 100 subscribers, everybody. So let's get us to the triple digits in subscribers. And if you prefer audio podcasts, though, we are also on pretty much any audio platform you can think of, whether it's Spotify, Pandora, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Podcasts. We're everywhere. So check us out on any of those platforms and give us a 5-star review. Why don't you? On any of those platforms.
Or leave a comment. We
Yeah.
love those. I read some World Trigger comments earlier
Oh,
today.
yeah, me
I
too.
gotta get back to homie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Fill in the blanks because we remember very little. But it's always appreciative when we get like nice little comments like that. That's either reminding us or telling us how much they enjoy our recaps. So let us know what you guys think. And without further delay, let's get into the show. Jujutsu Kaisen. It's back, baby.
The champ is here!
Yeah, we got color pages for this one. It's pretty cool. Josh, were you about to say something?
Wow, you're good. Yeah, I was gonna jump out the window and just say, let's give it the harmonic RGC.
Already?
Yeah.
Unified.
Well,
Let's give it the
we're jumping the
unified.
gun, but yes, fine.
Let's be very clear.
Unified RGC! Unified RGC!
No waiting, no guesting.
Yeah, this is honestly, very anticlimactic. I mean, obviously, this is going to be our really good chapter, all 3 of us off the bat. But
It was default for Brian. Kind of took a guess with you, but I mean, you haven't chosen Undead or Black Clover.
it's been a minute. I think I've chosen Black Clover more recently than I've chosen Undead. I've definitely chosen Black Clover in recent history. So don't come at me. But that was a good assumption, honestly. Statistically, I think Jujutsu Kaisen kind of leads in really good chapters of the week.
Yeah, even more over One Piece, I think.
Yeah, I think so
As
too.
of recent.
But yeah, I mean,
Anyways.
keep that in mind as we go forward. We actually start with color pages. Someone has filled out a visitor registration for Weekly Shonen Jump itself.
Uh-oh.
And it's a mangaka, apparently, somebody who wants to be a manga artist.
Charles Bernard.
Yeah, then we get a cool 2-page spread of Uro and Ishigori.
Really dope color spread.
Yeah, there's a weird painting behind them. I wonder what the significance is.
Right, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
Cursed energy.
yeah, it's just a cursed energy painting.
Yeah.
So we start off with someone speaking to Okotsu about him reaching his limits and how what surpasses the horizons of sorcerers, cursed spirits, and strong fighters is overwhelming aggression that disregards all else like a calamity. And, they're basically...
What does that mean?
They're calling Okotsu too soft, is what I'm saying. It's like, he's not going to make it. He may have defeated them, but he is not aggressive enough to match with the future sorcerers as well. As the game continues, there will be only more vicious fucking sorcerers.
Is that supposed to be Sukuna that he's talking to in the first?
He's talking about him, and yeah, that's like Sukuna is the ideal for like what a strong sorcerer is. Just fucking ruthless, don't give a fuck about nobody.
Oh, and that's Uro. I mean, not Uro. That's Cannon Man talking.
Yeah, that's Cannon Man talking. That's
Cannon Man talking.
Yeah.
But he's thinking of someone like Sukuna, who I guess is very aggressive. He is. He is pretty aggressive.
Has not shown a shred of kindness at all this entire time.
Oh, is that what they meant?
Yeah,
specifically.
No. Yeah,
Right, fair. Yeah, not even a little bit. No,
because
he's looked out for our MC.
Well, only because
Yeah,
if he dies, they die together. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
I get it.
he's never once, like, even at this point, he's never been like, I like you, kid. He says, I'm going to use you, kid, to take over your entire body. But yeah, they're basically calling Kotsu like he's not, he's reached his limit in terms of like how far he'll go, because he's actually a kind person at the end of the day. That even though he defeated Ishigori, he did it just because like he was really looking out and trying to give me a good fight as opposed to just trying to kill me as I stand. So yeah, Okotsu just kind of like. He's like, what are you gonna do? There's nothing I could have said to her, Uro. They're talking about. He's like, whatever I'd say would just lead to violence because I'm blessed.
You don't like my type.
Yeah, she don't like me. And then he just immediately is like, anyway, give me your points. And the Kogani comes in and reiterates the new 10th rule that allows players to transfer a number of points to the player of their choosing. And that's where Ishigori is like, oh, cool. I guess that's why you didn't kill us immediately. Because...
I like how he says he's blessed.
Yeah.
In response to Uro's situation.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I can't even... He said, I can't relate to that. I'm blessed, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my ride or die with me. She's in my shadow chilling right now.
Right now.
Rough location. I always know where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
She always know where I'm at.
Oh, yeah. Because we're together always.
Always.
All the time.
All the time.
So, yeah, basically, he's like, hey, he's like, oh, so that's why you didn't kill us, because, we have that rule now, and you need us alive in order to transfer points. And he's like, anyway, be grateful to my comrade, because you would have been smoked.
Right. He's like, I would have took them 5 points.
Yeah.
if I couldn't just ask you for yours, so yeah.
There you go. And now we know that Okotsu has 200 points, and that includes 20 points for destroying Duruv and Kururushi. So good for Okotsu. Very nice. We also see this panel of, I think this is Miwa walking from Kyoto, from the Kyoto school, the lady in the suit with the katana. I don't know if you remember her, Josh. She fought Maki in the inter-school battle thing that they had in one of the earlier arcs. Brian, do you remember her?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I remember her.
You're right.
She used the new shadow style thing, right?
Yep.
And she sucks, but didn't something happen to her?
Well, Mekamaru, she was very close with, I guess, and he did. So, I don't know. Last time we saw her was in Shibuya arc, actually. So, yeah.
She wants to fight again.
At least that's what I think this is. That's who I think this is. I think this is Miwa. I think that's her name, too. I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Do you think Is she walking up on Okotsu right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause that's a blast mark from the beam, I think.
You're right. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Man,
Oh,
I wonder how many.
Okotsu, you better kill her, man.
I wonder how many of the.
Something's up with her. There's something weird about her. I can't put my finger on it, but there was something they were saying about. All right, it could be because she may feel that archetype. All right, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I should save those thoughts.
Yeah, for when
the
we
end.
see her. Actually,
What's her name again?
Miwa, I believe. So do your research in the meantime. We then cut over to the offices of Shueisha as this new guy known as, I think his name is Charles.
Charles Bernard.
Yeah, Charles Bernard has submitted his manga to Shueisha in order to get serialized. And this guy's actually is like, your Japanese is pretty good. And he's like, actually, your Japanese is pretty good. He's like, I'm Japanese.
Right, he's like, nigga, what? Yeah, I am.
I'm Japanese, yeah. And Charles Bernard actually explains that he was born and raised in Japan, even though his parents are French. So,
What a dickhead. That is not the same at all. That is not the same at all. That's very uppity, actually.
yeah.
Like, listen, white boy, you clearly do not look Japanese, so you should be used to it all your life. The same way I know that everyone mad people look at me and think I'm Dominican or some type of Spanish variant.
You are.
You know, it is what it is.
Nobody knows, but you are. You're going to find that out one day. It's going to be a big twist. That's why you rock with the bassline in bodegas so much.
Oh, I do like it a lot. When you told me the story, I started listening, and now it's over. I can't not hear it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, Spanish bassline.
The Dominican bassline.
Dominican bassline.
Okay, so yeah, he's submitting his manga, and he's talking about how like, oh, so you base this on an old classic tale, and that's not like bad, but it's pretty common. And Charles gets tight. He's like, common.
That shit, I'm hot.
Definitely. He says, I don't know. This is kind of hard to grasp, and it requires too much context. He's like, but this is a shonen magazine. He's like,
what is that even supposed to mean? That response?
Yeah.
That's not congruent, right?
I don't think so.
Right. Yes, that's essentially, yes, you're right. This is a shonen magazine, which is exactly why the complicated and mature themes is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Are you sure your Japanese is good?
By the way, this isn't how fingers bend. He's like referring to his art. Is like, and your art kind of sucks, bro.
Your art's kind of whack.
He's like here, like fingers don't bend this much, and then he just bends this editor's finger. He's like, now it's just like in my manga. That's crazy. And he starts actually yelling. He's like, if you need realistic art, then go watch live action movies or stare at photographs.
Well, he was tight.
Yeah, he's like, why don't you understand the impact and passion that you can't get for precise art? And he just storms out. Which, I mean, good on him. He didn't end up killing the guy.
Well, yeah, because a precedent has been set in this manga, sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's still kind of a psychopath.
Hey, I'm saying in, like, compared to everything else that's happened in this series, this guy is beyond lucky that he just got away with a broken finger. Especially since they seem to be knee-deep in the culling game here. Where regular people could get it just as easy.
Yeah. Wait, they are right now?
Yeah. They're in the Tokyo colony. I believe so, right?
I don't think... This might have been the past? There's no way this is happening
during...
This
guy's still working during the culling game? I gotta clock in.
I know the Japanese's work ethic is...
Hey, we're releasing a magazine on Monday, so...
Right. He said, this shit still gotta come out.
Yeah, I mean, New Jump City has to recap, so, we can't let them down. Yo, imagine us in this universe. We're so tight. It's like, there's no jump because of the...
My God, there's always some dumb shit happening in Japan.
Yo, what? Oh, apparently Oda's off for 3 weeks because of the culling game.
People are getting powers and killing each other in Japan or whatever. Bullshit.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah, they can still make manga.
Yeah.
Not playing. Move to fucking, I don't know, wherever's close to Japan. I'm not great with geography in that area, and I don't want to be ignorant, so I'm gonna back off.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna kill a manga artist?
Who's gonna... Hokkaido, there's no culling game in Hokkaido, right? It's just wilderness.
Yeah. You're going to tell me you're going to go up to Eiichiro Oda and kill him because you're in the culling game? That's the real villain there.
I think Uro would definitely kill him, no
Uro
problem.
would never. Uro's low-key a fan of One Piece.
I hope.
Her favorite character is Robin. There's no way. I don't buy it. Anybody who would kill Oda during the culling game is truly dark of heart. The only person who would is Kenjaku. That's the only person I can think of who would do that. Nobody else. Anyway, we're not great at transitioning, and neither is Jujutsu Kaisen, because now we're on a Ferris wheel.
Right.
Somehow, Charles has ended up on a Ferris wheel with Hikari. I called it. He's next.
Good.
They're just chilling on this Ferris wheel. He's like, I'm glad there's still electricity around here. And Hikari's like, I'm not. Who wants to ride a Ferris wheel with a dude? So he's like, well, why did you could have refused. Why did you come here? He's like, I needed to scope this place out in case I ever bring a babe.
Babe. I'm amazed. That is the response.
He's like, you think Tokyo will ever recover from this? He's like, we're exact opposites. I came to the gaze upon the end of all. Ever since cursed spirits.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. He said there hasn't been many outlets for manga. Creators and editors are just giving up. Bro.
Well,
there's magical battles happening all around you.
Yeah, man. Everyone's on hiatus, man. Get with the fucking times. Everyone's giving up. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I low-key understand why he would be upset. I'd be bummed.
Well, I mean, bad timing for him trying to make it, but I think he should wait a couple months or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean,
probably leave the Tokyo colony.
Yeah.
Just leave the general area.
Well, once you're in it, you can't really leave. I had my headphones backwards.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Kenjaku gave everybody one chance to leave. And that's it.
And if you didn't know what was going on, that was it?
No, he let everybody know what the situation was.
So convenient.
I think that was like part of the rules of initiating the culling game. I forgot how this...
And some people was just like...
A lot of people left, to be fair. Like, a lot of civilians bounced. And that's probably what happened with the manga artists. They were like, I'm out. I want out of here.
And he was just like, fuck that. I'm going to keep trying to get serialized during this war.
He said, why would you? Why would you leave? You still have manga to make. He said,
there's a lot we don't know about what happened between that meeting and him meeting up with Hikari. So I'll reserve some judgment.
Yeah. So he goes on to say, is like, I need to ask a favor. Give me a reason to fight. Manga characters for reasons. The reasons for the culling game. For fighting in the culling game are negative, and a battle manga needs to give readers something positive. So please make me hate you so bad that I could kill you. And Hikari goes like, "Oh, okay, I could do that. You're like a manga creator, right? Well, I wouldn't read your manga if you begged me to. Your gloomy disposition might affect me." And then like he's like. He is like, please make fun of me, make me hate you. And then Hikari does it. And he goes just like, why would you say such a mean thing? And that's where the chapter ends.
I mean, I would have just been, I don't know. That was really specific. I guess like they get to the point. I would have said something about his mama. Like, your mama's so fat. When she's in the middle of the road, I had to turn. And by the time I got around her, it was tomorrow. Or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. He really took that opportunity and said, okay, I'm going to... You want me to hurt your feelings? Okay.
He said, hurt my feelings. And then he did. But that's where that chapter ends.
Icy to me.
But
whatever.
Yeah, Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
Well, it was my RGC, right?
Yes.
Kind of by default.
Oh, yeah, basically.
Oh, you know what? I don't even want to say that. I might have made a mistake.
Well, Josh, there's no protocol.
All right, no. This is still the RGC, but it was close. It was close. There was another one that was really good. Anyway, don't really have any extra thoughts, to be honest with you. This character's introduction was not nearly as epic as any of the other guys.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, the jokester guy came in out of nowhere. We didn't get much. No, we did get stunned. He was like a stand-up comedian, right?
Yeah. But his introduction was...
This wasn't... I don't feel... Oh, it literally says Shueisha on the sign.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's
funny.
No, it's Shueisha.
Wow. Okay. Nah, man. Like I said, I'm gonna reserve how I feel about this character because I feel like we're gonna get way more. Like, I mean, we need to figure out how the hell they got to this point on the Ferris wheel. Why he's even going up there to fight him instead of just punching him in his face and saying, "Give me your points."
Yeah.
Fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hikari's a weirdo himself, so maybe we'll learn about both of them. So I'm really looking forward to learning about these characters. Otherwise, I like the conversation with Okotsu in the beginning. That's really the strength of this chapter, if you ask me. That's where most of my enjoyment was. Because I'm gonna tell you this: the way Okotsu brushed off what Ishigori, that's his name, Ishiguro, right?
Yeah.
Ishigori. I don't think he really took his words to heart. I think he was, listening to him and felt like, nah, man, I'm literally what makes me strong is me being tenderhearted. If it wasn't for me having that type of disposition and accepting Rika and being so kind towards my friends and loving them, my ability wouldn't be as strong. I wouldn't have Rika. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is all of his strength has come from him, his tenderness. So it's like, you're capping, bro. You're capping. And I got something for Sukuna too. Believe it. That's what he was thinking in his head. He probably was thinking of Sukuna, was like, yeah, that's probably some shit he would say too. It's alright. I'm going to slice him up good. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to spare his life.
Yeah. 100%. Were those all your thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much. Brian, you have any particular thoughts about this chapter?
I really like this chapter mainly because I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the other guy. I forgot his name already.
Charles.
No, the other guy. The guy that's with him.
Hikari,
yeah. I'm really interested to see more from him, just because he's in Okotsu tier. He's on a Okotsu's level. So he's supposed to be one of the people who can surpass Gojo. So I want to see that out of him. I want to see some more from him. I want to feel Okotsu level hypes when it comes to Hikari. And I think this is going to be his chance to kind of showcase that he is that dude, and he can be that dude,
Yeah, 100%. I agree with Brian. I actually thought Charles's intro was kind of cool. It's interesting. I don't really know what he's about. He seems to be a crazy person, as a lot of these sorcerers are. A lot of these sorcerers actually are. He did have a little more in-depth intro than the comedian guy. But I feel like Gege Akutami really gives us just enough about these characters for us to find them somewhat interesting. And he explains more about them as the arc continues, and through the progression of the fight. So I think this is kind of par for the course for the more significant enemy sorcerers that we've met so far. I'm also stoked to see Hikari. This guy, there's a lot of hype behind him. Like Brian said, he's an Okotsu level sorcerer. On top of that, he's got like this whole Fight Club vibe to him. So he's like a lot scrappier than Okotsu by nature. He's so there's a lot of like intrigue and excitement that goes around with him. And remember his curse technique seems to be stand clear of the closing doors. So I don't really know where they're gonna take it.
Yeah,
from here.
I forgot his curse technique. What is it again?
He just seems to summon doors that close on people. As we've seen so far, this seems to be like transit related. We made like a couple transit related curse technique. So I don't know. Maybe there's obviously more to it. And what we got so far of him is a little tease, but I'm excited. I mean, I don't know if Akutami can deliver a fourth consecutive fire battle, but I don't really have any doubts that he can. You know what I mean? I'm very excited to see where he goes. Akutami has obviously proven himself to be a great choreographer of battles. So I'm excited to see where he goes. Oh, what's up, Brian?
One more thing. I forgot. So that's the fucking demon dude in the first chapter in like with a Kotsu.
I believe that's Sukuna. I don't know who else it would be.
That's Sukuna.
Why is he talking to Sukuna?
He's not talking to Sukuna. I think
that's what I thought too at first. Like this was something like the first bubbles that we seen were things that Sukuna said to him at one point, which would not have made any sense. Now that I think about it.
No, I think this is a reference to Sukuna, because they're talking about what the strongest fighters have and its overwhelming aggression, and who's an example of that. The strongest cursed spirit there is, Sukuna. He's the peak of what they're talking about. Basically, he's the most ruthless spirit around. So that's like kind of the reference they're making here. Sukuna's not actually there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's just it takes too much thinking to put that together,
Yeah, but how is it possible that he's talking to him? He's in Itadori. He can't be talking to Okotsu right now. Because I think
unless Okotsu ate a finger.
He did not. Mm-hmm. Ishigori is talking to him and he's saying that he's seen it and he's an ancient sorcerer, so it's very possible that he actually
I forgot about that.
He may possibly have known Sukuna for a moment. So, oh my god. I hope my cat doesn't just jump on my equipment. But yeah, I think that's the reference there. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's happening. I'll grant that that's a little unclear. So I get it. I get the little confusion, but I think that's what they were going for there.
Yeah, I just forget that this guy is a fucking ancient sorcerer.
Yeah, they only mention it ever once or twice. You got to very well pay attention to find out who's ancient and who's not. Reggie was ancient. Higuruma was not. And I don't think either the comedian guy is either. So
I love this fucking arc mainly because it just I feel like I've said this before. It just makes this world so much more open than we thought it was.
Yeah,
it all these characters that he's introducing it's just banger after banger after banger after banger. All of them are interesting, and it makes you want to see more of them.
Yeah,
I want this guy to come back in the future. This fucking pompadour laser motherfucker.
Hey, he
that
lived.
would be fucking sick.
He lived, so maybe that's very well possible.
Kotsu. I feel like everything hype stems from my viewing of the Sasuke retrieval arc. Everything that shit was iconic, and I'm saying that for everyone listening because every time I imagine something cool like that, like characters coming back, I always think oh man, imagine they come back and to support them in a fight. What was cooler than the Sasuke retrieval arc?
Yeah.
Don't say CP9.
It's the only rival. I'll say that. I mean, look, Sasuke retrieval arc is easily one of the greatest arcs of all time, for sure. It's the one everybody references when they talk about Naruto as like one of the better arcs. So I'll never.
That shit was crazy.
I'll never take that away from Naruto.
Never,
not once. You know,
not even God could take that away. You understand?
and he's tried. Oh Lord, he's tried.
Lord, oh Lord.
But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm so glad it's back. I'm glad we don't have another break next week from it. So, excited to find out what's next for it. Are we ready to move on?
Hell yeah. But I just want to make a comment about the picture on Shonen Jump on the app that they have here with Itadori and Kotsu and Megumi. Pretty cool.
Yeah, the little banners on top of the Shonen Jump reflect the actual covers of Shonen Jump when they're printed. So they take a portion of the covers and they put it on here. So Jujutsu Kaisen got the cover for this issue of Jump. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, oftentimes they do that. You can also look up the actual covers. I bet you that this exact picture is on that cover. But yeah, with that being said, let us move onward. Black Clover. This is Black Clover chapter 330. This shit refuses. Okay, 330, Declaration to the Shadows.
Alternate title. Here's my sword.
All right, yeah, that does happen.
It was the most significant thing that happened.
There's a lot of things that happen here.
There's a lot of things that happen. You're right.
This is a short chapter, actually. It's 14 pages, but, a solid amount actually happens in this chapter.
That's what he's been doing a lot recently. I'm not complaining, though.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about, really. But, if it makes his workload a little easier and they're allowing him to do it.
Less is more sometimes, right?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. He's been doing a lot with less pages, because it's been, like, a lot of action scenes. So, I'm okay with it. I don't care. It's been good so far. But on to this chapter. Asta finally drops to the ground after defeating Lucifero, finally. And then Demon, whose name I forget because it's very long and annoying, pulls up. And I guess we were wrong about him, because all he does is that he flies over to Lucifero, yanks his heart out of his chest, and is like...
takes his Uma core out.
Yeah, he goes, "This is what I wanted, so see you around," and he flies away. So I hope they don't regret that.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't even get the chance to really think about that because he's like, oh my god, everyone's dead. Everyone is dying.
No, please save everyone. Yeah, he turns to Mimosa. He's like, "Mimosa, save everyone from dying." And she's like, "I have no magic left." Everybody's freaking out. Charlotte pulls up and, she's just like, "Wake up, damn it." She's doing the wake up. And she finally confesses her love to Yami as he's fading away into the darkness. But then the Scarlet Witch's reality warping cat, her threads start to pull, and out of a portal comes the Black Bulls, basically. And Charmy has like a bunch of food. She feeds Mimosa, which restores her magical power, and she's able to heal Yami and Noct completely back to normal, despite the fact that they have an entire devil forearm through their chest. So good for them. The day is saved. So yeah.
Whole devil forearm. We can't make this up.
Yeah. Yami turns over to Charlotte. He's like, "Hey, Charlotte, thanks to you, I'm not dead. Wait, were you saying something earlier?" And, Charlotte just short circuits after having confessed what just happened. Asta continues to yell directly into my ear in relief that everyone is okay. So, yay. Yami first like picks up Asta by his head and is like, "You trashed my katana, you little jerk." But I got me a new katana, so you might as well have this one.
Yeah, this shit's lit. It's from the Tree of Life, bro.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool.
Take this raggedy ass blade.
Yeah, I'm done with Edgelord blades. It's time for me to move on.
Yami life.
Yeah. And Asta's like, "Cool, I get your cool darkness katana. Thank you very much. And also, welcome back," as he turns to Noct. And Noct is like, "I can't stand people like you who don't do things right. But I'm that way myself. So let me live with you guys properly this time." And that's where the chapter ends. Melting his little tsundere heart.
Yeah, we couldn't handle it. We work together too much.
You keep yelling your sweet nothings at me. It's melting my soul.
Yeah, like, go for real now.
Yeah. So yeah,
What bullshit plot armor? Even if I'm not the main character, too.
No one dies in Black Clover, just like no one dies in One Piece.
Yeah. Stakes are pretty high in One Piece, though.
Yeah.
I just had a conversation with one of my coworkers, actually. Super side point. Then I swear we can finish this chapter. One Piece, people may not die, but the stakes are so incredible. I mean, these guys are all fighting for the freedom of samurais right now, and literally the life of most of the people in the Flower Capital that are about to die.
Yeah.
Those are stakes.
Yeah.
They was fighting for the fishmen, for fishermen's, not their liberation. Hody was doing something. I forgot what that whole arc was even about, bro. To be honest,
Hody was about to destroy Fishman Island. Drop the arc on it.
Why would he do that? You know what? Whatever.
I gotta
I don't
reread
even
that.
go down that road right now.
Yeah, Hody wasn't the.
I feel like there was a point I was trying to make, but
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool.
Hody may not be the strongest of villains of One Piece, but he wasn't supposed to be. I guess he was supposed to be like a guy they could trash for a minute.
He definitely did the most, though.
Yeah,
Wasn't Hody like trying to get back against?
Hey,
So
Brian,
wasn't he what?
Brian, you're cutting out a little bit. You're still cutting out, Brian. Take a second and then say it again.
Hello?
Yeah, now you're back.
Wasn't Hody trying to fight for fishmen to fight back against humans?
Yeah, he was going to do
Essentially.
something about like
Right.
really taking it to the human race. But
Yeah, I feel like maybe he thought that Fishman Island was like a little cage that they put him into.
Yeah, I think what happened was that he was like building up Fishman Island to go revolt against the humans. But then like Vanderdecken got tight that Shirahoshi didn't love him, so he threw the entire arc at Fishman Island to spite her. And that's where the final battle happened between Hody and Luffy. So I guess it wasn't related. I guess I do remember what happened there. Thanks for jogging my memory, Brian.
Why did I bring that shit up?
Because you were talking about the stakes of One Piece.
Right. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Josh, what were your thoughts on this chapter of Black Clover?
It feels like it's finally over. Not the series, but the fight. Obviously it is, but it's. I'm just reflecting on the arc. I want to take this moment to kind of reflect on the arc a little bit. I'm not gonna be too long-winded, but this was highly entertaining. I mean, week to week to week. I'm not gonna lie. There's sometimes when a manga comes out and I'm just like, I don't feel like reading this, in the moment, because I get a lot of fatigue from all of this stuff we read. I really used to feel like this back in the day when we would cover the American comics too, and we had like a lot of manga series like Promised Neverland and a few others, etc. Shokugeki Soma, blah 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 blah. So there would be times where Black Clover would feel like a chore to read, but not once during this whole arc did I feel that way, and it's really impressive. It made me basically. I feel like we say it a lot when we talk about Black Clover, but I enjoy this series so much for its pure shonen joy, and that it doesn't try too hard to be what it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's super refreshing. And this guy's art and, attention, I guess his affection towards his own characters that he's built up, it was nice. It's a nice experience, man. They got it popping too, man. I mean, a lot of characters got it in.
Yeah.
And, I said this earlier too to my coworker that's more than I can say for a couple other series I really hold dear.
Mm-hmm.
So, great job, author of Black Clover. For all the jokes and stuff. If this is really the ending, if we only got like 2 or 3 chapters left, well done.
Yeah. I could see us having...
Definitely on this final arc. Those are the final... Oh, you have a rebuttal?
Yeah, I would say that there's probably like one mini arc left because there still has to be some stuff to decide. I guess the Wizard King. I think whatever this demon is doing with Lucifero's heart has to be addressed before the series ends. So unless they're planning to doing a Boruto thing where they deal with it later, but
that would be crazy.
Yeah, I'd be actually kind of surprised.
They do the trend now is to do a movie.
Yeah, and end the movie.
Kind of like how with animated serialization series. What did they say? 7 seasons in a movie. That's not just
6
actually
seasons.
that was Community.
Yeah, 6 seasons in a movie.
Right, but generally that's what a lot of people want. They want to they want to finish the series and wrap it up with a movie, right? Isn't that kind of like?
Naruto did that. That's about it. I don't know how many series actually had like a wrap up movie. Like Naruto did it, but that was more like an epilogue movie where
Bleach is doing one.
Bleach is doing a series.
Dragon Ball Z got one that ended up leading to a new series altogether.
Yeah, Bleach's thing is a new season that's covering the final arc. But
it's gonna be a whole season.
Yeah, it's gonna be like it's an anime basically. It's like a new anime.
I thought it was gonna be a movie.
Nah, they can't fit all that into one movie.
But they're not making a manga out of it. It's gonna be strictly an anime.
Yeah, it's the Quincy arc because they never finished it. Like Bleach ended before they got there. They ended it with the full.
Oh, but are they gonna also do the extra stuff?
What extra stuff?
Even that.
Who knows? Right now, it's just the Thousand Blood War arc, which is the Uobox stuff that they never animated. Which I'd watch. It looks cool.
I swore that you said that they was making a movie out of that manga, that chapter he put out.
Nope, I did not say
that.
Maybe you're confusing it with Jujutsu Kaisen, where I said it was like volume.
Oh, I think I just heard wrong. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Anyway, I also really like this chapter, and I don't really want to get into my overall thoughts on Black Clover as a series, as it's not over yet. So,
I was reflecting on the arc, really.
Yeah, no, I will say though, I did very much enjoy this arc more than I have the rest of the series, and maybe if I revisit this series, my feelings would be a little, kinder to it, and viewed in a different light because of this series. But I do, like Josh, I also appreciate like the pure shonenness of it. It's fun to talk about, and it's fun to make fun of because it is very, very shonen. But it comes from a place of love more than a place of hate. It
really, yeah.
We do joke about it a lot, but we do. It's because we're like it kind of gives this nostalgic feeling in our souls of just like what mainstream manga series are. And I don't know if there will be another Black Clover. I feel like what is mainstream now has like evolved into the Jujutsu Kaisens and the Chainsaw Mans of the world. So who knows? But as it stands, Black Clover is this final arc, this demon arc, has been a lot of fun. Magna versus Dante was like really a highlight that I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Probably
that's crazy.
Probably my favorite moment in this arc. I don't know about series, but I was like really stoked about it. So yeah, this chapter in particular was really cool. Wrapped it up It felt like, it was like wrapping up very quickly. It was like, the food's here, eat the food. My magic's back. Everyone's healed. But, it was just wrapping stuff up, not really being, cutting to the chase. Doesn't have to elongate what doesn't need to, And I respect that about Black Clover in its final moments. I'm excited to see what's next. I don't know if it's the final arc or whatever, but I believe we're pretty close to it. Are you ready to move on, Josh?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, let's move onward. Undead Unluck. This was
my runner up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did we give a chance for the audience to vote or anything?
No, I didn't have enough time between yesterday and today, but
that's all good.
I'll be better about it next week. Plus, we'll have more series next week to really throw on.
Right. This would have been really skewed. Regardless.
Yeah. But this is Undead Unluck, chapter 107. Confuse. Same. Last we left off with Undead Unluck. Andy is a ghost now, but he managed to escape the seal to fight Unruin and Seal in his ghost form alongside the unhealthy negator known as Lucy, and they were ghosts, so they couldn't really touch anybody. But somebody came to save the day, it seems, and it was Rip. So we actually pick up not where we left off. We're now in the Union headquarters as Huis is laying down basically the next mission. They need to collect the last two sacred spirit treasures, Rebellion and the Heart. One of them is in Egypt and the other is in Japan. So Huis and Top and Phil are to go with Huis to Egypt, and Shen and Mui will take Japan to find these treasures because Ragnarok is a month away. And that's when we cut back to the battle scene with Rip and Unruin. So Unruin is like, whoa, it won't heal. You must be Unrepair. And Rip doesn't waste any fucking time. He uses his like cool leg thingy to slash Seal, but Seal like turns himself into Diamond using the Diamond UMA's power. But unfortunately,
is that what he did? Okay.
Yeah, because
it was a little unclear to me at first, but
yeah, he could use the UMAs of the people he steals, as you know. But
no, I thought he just ducked it.
No,
but no, you're right. It went right off of him.
Yeah, yeah, and
okay.
You see the diamond after. But the slash comes right behind him. It circles back, and it manages to seemingly destroy the undead Seal, allowing Andy to escape and cut fucking Seal down the shoulder or something. And Lucy was also freed somehow. I guess they cut her thing as well, and she was able to.
Yeah, I think on Undead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Andy.
Cut it right out. I see the little ribbon here.
A sick ass picture. That was a cool fucking blood blade slash.
Yeah, like yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. And Andy's like, let's make this a 2-on-2. And they're like, sure, sounds like fun. So, they're about to get into it, but then they feel this spiritual pressure or whatever it is. They just hear a big explosion.
That's in the vicinity.
Yeah, there's just a big explosion. And they're like, what's going on now? And then Unruin just starts laughing his ass off. And he's like, I can't believe it went so well. You humans are such a riot. And then at that moment, that's when they get a call from Mui, who is fucked up.
Crying blood like she has the showering gun.
Yeah, she's like, the UMAs that were delaying Ragnarok have all been killed. We've been betrayed. And Shen is lying in the background, pissed off because he just got mollywopped by this traitor. And they mentioned that the old rotten geezer pulled one over on them. And it turns out that the traitor is immediately revealed to be Nico.
Nico, the orb god.
Yeah, as he pulls off the Union badge that seems to have been melded onto his skin.
Right, so pretty edge. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, pretty fucking edge. So yeah, he walks out, and the Unruined guy is just like, is the death of someone else really that hard to bear?
Yeah, bro.
He doesn't care, dude.
Who are you? He was just born, right?
Yeah, he's the king of negators.
No
dude.
idea.
And he's like, to think that simply letting him see some dead woman would make him do exactly what I wanted. So, they're like, what great help. Now we won't need a month. It'll happen right away. The end of the series, Ragnarok is upon us. So, not great. Union Seal and Unruin run away together. And Andy tries to give chase, but then suddenly Rip cuts off his leg, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing, Rip? And he's like, actually, my target here is you. I'm acting of my own free will. This loop is going to end soon, so let's settle the next matter at hand. And he starts to attack Andy, and he asks him who will be writing the arc. And that's where the chapter ends. Damn, betrayal after betrayal. But
he heard what was happening and was like, oh, okay, well, this is my next best course of action. He made a decision immediately.
Yeah. Well, Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
I really liked it. I thought it was crazy because we've been waiting for this guy to get some type of backstory, So we really don't know. I can't wait to see what the motivations are and like what his actual ability is and just what the end game is. I don't know. Obviously, I think we can all guess that it has to do with his relative, someone that he really cared about, saying, being shown to him by the ghost and like, oh, they could be brought back to life if you just wow out and help us. You know what I mean? I know that's straightforward, but I just don't know much about him, so I'm interested. Yeah. He's strong enough to take out this fucking guy, Shen, and he's super strong. And so is the girl, so he ain't no pushover.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm really interested about. I'm also interested in seeing this matchup again with Unrepair and Undead. Mm-hmm. I don't really remember how he got around his healing. I think what he do? Would he cut a part of his body off and then make it heal from his own wounds?
Yeah.
Like, all right, you see how his leg got cut? Would he cut like his thigh further so that the rest of his leg would grow back? Is that how it worked?
I think so.
I remember it being a bad matchup for Andy, but he got out of it. Like he was able to win.
Yeah, he was able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember, but we'll find out, I guess, because they've fought before and Andy has come up with some solution. But I imagine Rip also has a counter to that solution, so we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, I also really like this chapter. There's a lot of unexpected things that I was genuinely surprised about. I didn't expect Nico to actually betray them.
Right.
And I was actually shocked that Ghost wasn't working on his own accord. I thought like Ghost ran into this important figure to Nico and, it was going to be a more positive thing, but it turned out, nope. Nope.
Blackmail.
Yeah, and it seems to be like kind of a parallel to what Andy is trying to do. Both of their, like, I guess, assumingly important women in their life and on Nico's part are held captive by Ghost, and they're going about saving them in different ways. Nico very easily betrayed Union for his lady. It was a wrap for them. So yeah, that's really interesting. We've seen Nico a lot. He's the only person we don't know of, so it'd be really cool. I don't think even his negation has been revealed yet, so
Nope.
I'm actually pretty stoked to see what it would be. But yeah, not much else to say. This was I would say and I guess like at the risk of sounding disparaging to Undead Unluck, this is one of the better chapters of it in the recent weeks. So
For sure.
I really enjoyed it. And that's not to say that the rest of them were bad. It just means that this chapter really raised the stakes and changed a lot of
throw a
things.
little more cayenne pepper on this one.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. This arc has spice now. That's a spicy arc.
This is a spicy arc.
It's a spicy arc. But yeah, I think that's all I got to say about Undead Unluck. Are you all square, Josh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening as per usual. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Josh at JDCole_37 on Twitter and Instagram. Oh wait, at JDCole_37 on Instagram, at NYChillin on Twitter. My bad. Brian at b.esp on Twitter and Instagram. And you can catch Brian playing video games on the streaming site known as twitch.tv/itspunchline. So check them out on there. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about. We have a question from Sketchy Mike, but it'll be next week because One Piece will be back and it's a One Piece related question. So we'll wait for that. You can also submit questions under the comment section of whatever video you're watching, whether it's the full version or the little highlight breakouts we make for you guys. Check us out there. Give us a like. You give us a subscribe while you're at it. That would be super, super cool. Share the podcast with people that you know would like it. It would be a lot of fun. You can also subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts audioly. You can check us out on there. Subscribe to those there. Give us a 5-star review. The audio version usually comes out first, so that's a little incentive to subscribe on there. And I think that's it. Short episode today, you guys, but we'll be back with I think the full lineup next week actually. So
yeah,
very excited for that. But until then, stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace out, guys. Thanks for listening.